Oh.
What? You wanted me to play music right now?
Uh-oh.
It's not working, is it?
It is working.
Oh no.
Acceptable catch.
Okay.
There you go, you're
Okay.
back, you're back, you're back.
Chinese was too much.
Yeah.
Change your... There we go. Oh, I like how that you've split us. I do this. It's a bit of a delay. Oh yeah, we can swap.
Oh god. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my god, the delay is so long.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're going right now.
Are we?
Apparently so. Well, it's such a long... There we go, there we go.
Oh wow, that's a delay and a half.
Cool.
Is this so I don't say any rude words?
Right. There we go. Cool. So. Can I go online? Yeah, if you want me to. How do I do that?
On.
Yeah. Why? Normally, if I right click that, it normally does things.
What about clicking the settings? Wait, no, wait. Go back onto it.
Where?
Just let's click you.
Oh yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. Yeah. I've got it. There we go. Does that work? Shut up. Shut up. Right. So. I don't know how to get out of this. How do I get out of this view?
The music
you
is
see the four
so
yeah.
There we go.
quiet. Okay, the music is quiet.
I don't
And
know
I
why
wanted
it's-
to play it on my Spotify. I wanted.
So, as we dive back into the story following Dragma, as you have been traveling through the wastes of Jorhas. I need to bring up the map so I can remember in my brain. Traveling through the wastes of Jorhas, leaving the Empire behind you, with Merrick asking favors from the group of that he needs help, and he will explain along the way. With the guide and aid of Casey Havendraft, the Warden of the Keepers, she has been helping you traverse this landscape, this cracked, scarred wasteland of Jorhas, which is foreign to the most of you, or all of you. Encountering gloomstalkers days within being here. Wandering around the edges of the Sorrowseep waters and into the open grasslands of Jorhas. What are you smiling at? What are you? Not you, Mikhail. Don't worry. I'm not pointing you. I'm pointing at Haki.
I'm just happy. Can't I be happy?
And having a vague pit stop at the many hosts of Igrothad. Thank you. Thank you. I've been practicing all week. Seven various tribes that live within this section of the wastes, varying from goblins to bugbears to orc to humans and humanoids to even hill giants, gnolls, and hobgoblins. You entered the orc village, Urath. No, that is to drink absolutely horrible, disgusting alcohol and buy and sell goods if you were requested. What?
I know, it's making this horrible alcohol. Ew,
Oh.
ew.
Oh.
Just-
And have set up camp in the place of peace between the 7 tribes of the many hosts, where it is neutral ground. There's no conflict, and if there is, hell is let loose. Where you met during the night, a interesting circumstance came about as a white dragon named Kelkis of the family Vey came out of the ether to
Family Bay Order of the Ghost Hunters.
order the Ghost Slayers.
Ghost Slayers, sorry.
Came out of the ether to confront the group, hoping to find an individual named Ruidus and join ranks in the Order's goal of revenge. With Merrick saying that it is I, Ruidus. Hello. Words were exchanged and an agreement was a vague agreement. Was,
Oh.
oh, is the sword here? He's got
Is
this.
it
He's gone to
here?
get this. Turn the light on.
Sword?
You got a wow sword.
No,
Here?
no, 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 no,
Oh.
no.
Oh.
But
Aw.
here, take it. It's yours. No, it got delayed until November. So
Oh,
November?
but I'll eat your soul by Christmas. Don't you worry about it.
Yes. And they exchanged words and kind of acknowledged and realized who the other were, and that there was history and stories behind their knowing of each other. But she woke the next morning to a thunderous horn being blown from the central structure within between the 7 tribes, and you witnessed each and every clan just wandering and heading towards this central canopy and structure for what it was said. Bloody cat. Yeah, if you shut the door. As a meeting is to be held, you gathered your things and grabbed what was necessary. And headed towards the center, where you entered the various pelts and hides and skins of the canopy held up by wooden and metal beams and poles, towering into the sky. You immediately, even in the cold winter air, under this yeah, I know. I was just coughing. And there's a cup of tea. Wee.
Well, yeah.
It's only me that's watching right now.
No, I've got it on too.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
Oh, yeah, it's gone up to 3. That's
Uh,
us 3.
There is a delay though, because I just looked over and I'm drinking brew, and I'm pretty sure I drank brew like a minute ago.
um, even in this sort of cool winter air, immediately with the mass of the clans collecting under this one space, the air becomes thick and muggy. This mixture of smells of sweat, like damp fur, and like just mud and blood mix and just sort of simmer. Some of you kind of clambered on poles to get a better view as you see the smaller folk, in terms of like the goblins, begin to also scurry up the poles that you see now, having a closer look, have sort of steps and like bits of metal like that have been slammed into them or pierced into the wood for them to perch on. Some of them you see like hooks attached to ropes being flung up into the air as others like clamber up ropes to get a higher view, as there's just this mass. Even in this space, you don't see the full amount of the crowd here. As Merrick, you were here earlier tonight, the night before, and this space is very large, and you've had to wade through to get within. It's like going into a music festival tent, but even like deeper and larger, as the elders or the leaders of the various tribes are beginning to mass in the center near this like great large horn that is pointed down towards the ground. Dragma.
Elkus is very excited. He loves meetings. They're great. It's one of his favourite things is meetings.
What would you like to do?
I'm just sitting, listening patiently.
Is people like are they agitated, or does this feel like a common occurrence?
Make an insight check.
16.
16. People seem to be quite agitated. They seem like, some seem kind of on edge. Some seem just like inconvenienced by the fact that they're having to be gathered here. They're a bit disgruntled. They're a bit annoyed. They're not really sure what's going on.
I'm just gonna take a seat in the back or a place in the back and listen.
There's no seats other than the ground.
Then I'm just gonna stand in the back, basically.
As you hear, or see now, like the elders beginning, or the leaders of the various tribes, stand, like break from their group and stand and kind of sort of wave down and calm and hush the group or this mass of individuals. As there's a lot of like shouting and complaining and just even you see various kind of fights breaking out and scuffles between other clans and other tribes, or even within like the same races, just fighting. And you see kind of pits setting up of like people placing bets and making jibes as there's just scraps like breaking out. But as they are called by their various leaders, they kind of begrudgingly stop and turn to face the center. As a fairly kind of like bulky but like burnt end tips of hair of a gnoll just looks various burn marks and patches where like burnt scars of skin exposed. Their dark brown fur tends to end in like black sooty tufts. Kind of steps forward, like a scar across its eye. It's the middle of its nose is just, instead of two nostrils, it's just one like nose like hole that it breathes out of. Kind of calls out. It's like, I've called this meeting because we've been attacked. This hasn't been the first attack. Other clans have seen this. And this has grown too far. And various other tribes kind of kick up and shout, "Oh, we don't give a fuck. It's not our problem." And it's like, you didn't give a fuck? I'm sure the orcs gave a fuck when they got attacked. They lost good men and women. The hill giants too. It's not just one of us now, and it's not our own. And they're taking us. Chipping away at our numbers. So what are we gonna do?
Still speaking in common.
Can't find my pen.
Yes, they are. Well, actually, Haki, you cast comprehend language is on yourself, didn't you? I'm pretty sure on the last sentence. Can you
How long does
cast
that
that on other people? I'm pretty sure she did as she wandered in.
She did, but
Is it a concentration
didn't.
spell? Or can you cast it on other people?
Oh, it's self.
Is it's self only. Oh, really? Kind of sucks.
I think.
Yeah.
Helcus has his book out, he's taking notes.
I think Knowles can speak common. With a meeting of such various races, it makes sense to be speaking common. And they kind of begins like, at first we thought it was one another. We were bickering. We were arguing. That's why you don't want to do anything about this, because you don't believe it's Not one of the other tribes.
I stand up and I raise my hand. I'll go.
Make a performance check.
Can
Uh,
I please?
I've got a +0 for that. 5.
5. It goes unnoticed.
I'm just gonna take my hand and just like put it down gently. And you should be lucky you have a +0 to your performance. Some of us aren't even that good.
Oh, am I meant to move over this way for the camera? I've just realised.
What can I say? I'm exceedingly charismatic.
I have -1. See, Daniel knows.
This surprises me in no way.
I think Adorno's the most charismatic in the group.
I have 11. No.
Yes.
Slightly, I don't know if you have a 10, Kelkis?
I have 11, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're the
Oh
same.
my god, we got 2.
Oh god,
It's
there's 2 of them.
The two of them meme.
Daniel, there's 2 of them. What are we gonna do?
Passive aggressive and totally at them.
As each of the other kind of leaders kind of step up and in their own native language, they kind of Adorno, you hear this, you can pick out from the leaders saying like, we confirm that and trust one another in this time, that neither have caused this.
I'll translate.
Like this is now become more of an issue than what they expected, kind of thing.
Did they say who attacked them? They just.
No,
they were attacked.
nothing yet. No. I don't know how to say that word. How do you say that word, Daniel? That one, right there.
And Yiffy?
Yiffy?
Unyiffy.
Unyiffy. Not Yiffy. Unyiffy.
I love torrenting.
Unyiffy.
How do you spell it?
Unyeethi.
One more time for us retarded.
Unyeethi. Yeethi. Anithi.
Unyiffy. I like it. I like it.
Hey, fake Yetis, let's go.
Rakoz Fizzle Death. Call for an alliance between us. Us leaders agree. But I'm sure you want to know who has attacked us. These bloody Minotaurs. They've been running rampant round here for a bit. And they've got a new friend. A very ambitious one. You also see a member, so alongside the 7 tribe members, you also see an individual wearing Kreen Dynasty armor. Forgot to mention this. That is obviously kind of a senior member within the Aurora Watch. That is sort of stood there.
Bless you.
There's
They've bless you.
Bless you.
Unholy you.
thanks, guys. Oh,
Yeah, they've seemed to been pulled under the wing of Genevieve Cobbin. And yes,
we know
Calcus?
who that is. Would we know who that
Um,
is?
You can make a history check if you want.
Hell yeah, I'm
Oh.
good at that.
Can I give you assistance?
If you want.
24.
Yeah.
24.
Was that with advantage?
That's just regular.
Go.
You can roll with advantage if you want to try and roll harder.
Sure. Nope.
No. Um,
It's 24.
This name does ring a bit of a bell. He was, or is a known necromancer to you.
Ugh.
Jevon Cobbin. Jevan Cobin.
A skull little necromancers are disgusting. They always wear black. It contrasts with the white skin.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
Do you know what? That came wrong. That came out very wrong.
oh god, another fashionista.
Now, I mean, Kelkus is wearing rags. He's not he's not really the one to talk about fashion, you know.
That's his excuse, I assume.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he's to you, you know him as a necromancer of some kind that is kind of not whispered, but is kind of active on this side of the continent. You've never really interacted with him or had to go against him, but it's just a name of like, oh, in research or someone's has passed on the name to you and you've been like, oh, right, I've kind of been maybe meaning to get round to finding out who he is and doing something about it. And there's this commotion that kind of just like ripples across the crowd as you hear it's like, he's the Dusk Watcher's like problem, not ours. Like multiple shouts calling for the Dusk Watcher. As a very tall, like thin, lanky hill giant, like eases up from his stone throne, and he goes, "Tellag, speak now. Tellag, speak. It is Dusk Watcher's problem." Or should it be ours? You decide.
Necromancer, I feel like we should kill that. I say to the party.
Um, Merrick, as you're standing here and you feel a grip wrap around your hand as you kind of look across and see Casey like just squeezing your hand very tightly all of a sudden.
I'm just gonna lean in towards her and like, what?
The Dusk Watcher, he was pivotal in a lot of the military strategy for the Kryn dynasty during the war. He orchestrated the attack on Feldwin and Druvenlode.
Do I recognize this man?
Who?
The Dusk Watcher.
The name is
No.
not
The face. Did he kill me?
Oh. You would. You don't know who. You could assume so. Yes. He was the individual that. He was the one that was there.
Was he the one riding the
The purple worm. You never got their name. You never got their title.
Oh yeah, because he had a helmet on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna basically squeeze back in a way, but out of like suppressed anger. Tell me more. What do you say, Daniel?
Bit louder.
Angry squeeze. It was nothing of consequence.
I'm just gonna reply to her. And what do you want to do about it?
Well, even though that war has passed, there is definitely a target on his head. And you know my alignment with the Empire. We're out here under no flag in the middle of nowhere. They wouldn't know a thing. Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah. This is
Your passive perception is high enough, and you kind of see Merrick. He never leans into anyone.
Adorno once, but I think I attacked her at that point.
Exactly. We wouldn't be starting anything.
Can I
This-
sneak into the middle of this and
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
guys, I think we should kill the Necromancer. I think that would be a really good idea.
Well, if we play it right, we can do both.
Getting why we came here.
One more time, Daniel.
Sorry. Are we forgetting why we came here?
If it's on the way.
Killing someone is never on the way. It's
Clearly, you
considerably
never
more
met
effort.
necromancers. Clearly, you never met necromancers.
I've got a list of things that we can kill here for the order, and necromancers is just pretend necromancers is on here.
There's like 3 in Versglade that I know of, so
Well, your order operates in the Empire, does it not?
on in Exandria.
I don't see how this is our problem. Quite frankly.
The good and
This-
safety of all people is our problem
Oh, for fuck's
as
sake! you
members
sound
of
like-
the order.
I'm gonna let go of Casey's hand, and I'm just gonna face palm. So, are you sure you never met a man called Callahan?
I'm 100% sure of this. Can I roll history?
You can roll history if you want.
For 24!
You are pretty sure that you've never met an individual named this.
I've never met the guy.
So there's 2 of them.
He sounds great though, 2 of them.
This. If we do this, Merrick might get rid of his brand.
Might.
I'm pretty sure I'd be able to get that brand removed if we can do this.
Hi, insight.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm gonna do the same.
Sure, why don't I do it?
Yeah, you can roll it down if you want.
Yeah, I've got my sheet up on my phone.
Okay.
23.
19.
I'm gonna roll 2 just because everybody else is doing it.
You don't know what you should do. Like, you're
I've
like
seen a
everyone's
really cool bug.
The roll fits.
18. Okay. Well, all of you. What did you roll, Kelkis?
10.
Oh, okay. Maybe not you. You're still a bit. You don't know these people well enough
Yeah,
to be able to. You haven't picked up on their ticks, their tells, and this, that, and the other.
Just nodding politely.
But you guys seems fairly drawn and intrigued by this title, and you can see the desire in her eyes to get close to them.
No, I wanted to insight check if he
If she was
is.
telling the
If
truth.
she can.
Yeah, if she is
the
saying
Americans
that
want.
to like getting rid of the brand to trick Merrick into that title, or if that is actually.
No, you get the sense that she could probably, if you do this act, it would be a pretty great act for the Empire to oppose this rebellious brand.
She believes that at least.
Yeah.
No.
You do realize this would be unprompted assassination attempt on
It's just not that's the wrong word for it.
her. It's without the right word for it. Assassination.
No. It's
Assassination is a good word.
it's unaliving of a certain individual that killed me.
What do you mean killed you?
That him that killed.
I don't know.
Person that killed.
No, he fled.
It's
with
been
the
a
worm.
year. I don't remember much.
I'm pretty sure he fled with the worm.
No, the guy fled with the worm. I don't remember.
The leader killed me, and the leader fled with the worm.
Okay.
If he killed you, then be grateful you're still alive and move on with your life.
What
Unless
did you
he
say?
still be grateful that you're still alive and move on with your life. Unless he still poses some threat to you.
He might.
What is done in war is not the same as what is done in peacetime. And we are in peacetime,
Are you sure?
as far as we're concerned, yes.
And like,
And if you had a chance to kill Baruta again, would you take it? An evil being. I'm gonna, for lack of better words, stop listening to Adorna, like midway, halfway through, and focus on the conversation in the room, because I'm guessing that hasn't stopped.
No, that's still. You hear, call the Duskwatcher, call him, and then before you see next to one of the leaders, you see a very old, hunched, multiple like sets of glasses like strewn across their head. This very old, elderly elf, kind of with a cane, kind of steps forward and goes, "Gurag, the Stitch will speak now." As you see very like disjointed, like slack limbs, slack jaw, parts of various beings stitched together, yet his head, or their head, is this black, dark grey hobgoblin head. Scars across its face, teeth, and this red necklace hangs. As Gurag the Stitched stands, sort of like half of its body limp. We could call the Duskwatchers. Or we could ask for champions from each tribe to deal with it. We could do both. It is his problem, but we can help him. As there is like, yeah, fuck yeah, we can fucking take him on. Ah! And there's this frenzy kind of picks up across the room as these yells and screeches and arms. None of the people or the individuals in this place are or armed with weapons. As you kind of entered, another factor that I had in my brain and forgot, as I said, there was just piles, these dump piles of weapons as you entered the canopy, as you are not allowed to be carrying any kind of tool or lethal implement into this space. So people were just flinging their goods down as they entered. But you see a couple of weapons being flung around in the air, and then it's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And there's like snatched out the hand and just flung out the tent.
I'm just gonna gently take a dagger and just like drop it outside.
Is this thing I'm looking at, the stitched creature? Is this an undead? Do I know?
Make a. Oh, good question. Make a. An Arcana check. Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Would
21.
you have an advantage due to Hunter's Bane?
All right.
I'm asking, Tim.
We'll just take the 21.
Um,
Doesn't seem undead, but the way that this individual has been built and pieced together is quite unnerving.
I'm taking a rough drawing of it in my notebook as we're looking.
Yeah, it's like a hobgoblin head, and then this like bugbear or ogre torso, like elven arm. It's just a mix of various races just stitched together.
Can I make a medicine check?
Yeah, of course.
See what it's
I
doing.
drew it.
Yep.
There it is.
He's got balls for feet. Or a foot. 28. You're amazed to see that this person is alive and moving. Clearly, like, hindered, but the fact that their heart is beating and this person...
Separate parts aren't rotting off or whatever.
No,
it's just-
seems fresh, healthy. Like, the wounds, like, on the stitches, like, some, you kind of see that they're, like, a little bit fresh, maybe. But some seem like old and healed over and fine. As an orc stands, a leader, and goes, "Well, we should ask for some champions. We will contact the Dusk Watcher as well. Who elects themselves?"
Elkis is very slowly raising his hand, hoping that Merrick's not watching. Oh.
You see Casey raise her hand. You see various other... not a lot of hands are risen, but you see one of the huge hill giants sort of raise their arm. You see, like, the crowds kind of break as the leaders or the stronger or more imposing or prominent members of each clan are kind of looked towards by their own kin. And they all kind of raise their arm with a total of about 8 hands being raised. Merrick, do you raise your arm, sorry?
I do raise my arm.
Okay, so 9 arms are raised. 10.
I'm gonna look at Walter.
Just a look of like just disbelief, just like yeah, just absolute bewilderment in Walter's eyes.
As one of the individuals in the Korean dynasty armor, I will send out communications to the Duskwatcher and summon him here, as this seems to be his mess that he has created. Those who raise their hands, stay behind. And the knoll that was speaking before Rakoz Fizzledeath. Do you guys want to meet who caused this then? Who attacked us? We managed to get one of them alive. And it's then this thud as everyone within the crowd begins to pick up, banging their feet, this thrum of the clans joining. As there's this like squeal, not squeal. What's the not a moo of a cow, but what's the better word of a moo of a cow? Huh?
A bleat?
Bray,
Bray.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Bray.
A noise.
Of a minotaur sort of resonates through the tent. And just passing you on your right hand side, about 20 foot, the crowd is breaking as within chains and braces, not too dissimilar to what you were put in, Merrick.
Aww. They hurt.
A minotaur is dragged through the crowd and brought up to the leaders of the various tribes onto this stage.
Does when he walks past me, can I take a sniff? Does he smell like alive?
Make a perception check with advantage because it's sun-based.
22.
22. There is a smell of undeath upon them, but looking over them, but this minotaur seems alive.
Okay.
As they're brought up onto alongside the various tribes leaders, sorry. And you see this hatch within this large horn that is just built and pointed towards the ground. It is flung inside as the resonance of the horn is blown. Just this long, like, rumbling groan. You feel the ground shaking alongside the thump of the clans. And it is dragged out once more. You see, like, crimson and blood pouring out of its ears, its nose, its eyes. It is, like, completely discombobulated. It's confused. And it, like, kind of sinks to its knees as the leaders kind of gather round, all with their own signature weapon. Hill giant with a massive club. you see the knoll with this like small like package, this orb with a sort of a bit of string pouring out the top of it. The goblin leader has multiple daggers sort of covered in black ichor as they kind of look across the clans and just lay waste into this Minotaur, just stabbing, slicing, like just thuds of this great big club just clattering down on its back and its legs. You hear the crack of bones as the knoll kind of begins to sort of jitter and jump as he gets like this flint and steel, and you see sparks flying as there's this like flame that bursts out the top, and he just rams it in and down the throat of this Minotaur and just sort of waits and kind of ushers people a few steps back and just kind of stands there looking into this basically near on dead Minotaur, and just looks into its eyes as this bulge just sort of very rapidly like emanates and explodes upwards, and its eyes just pop out of its socket as there's this small detonation within this Minotaur.
Oh, that was disgusting.
Poor Minotaur.
He should have died in combat.
The whole time Kelkus is, by the way, he's been drawing this. He's like taking a note here. And he's like, oh, it's disgusting as he notes it down for research.
We should leave.
Agreed.
Can't leave.
Oh wait, yeah, I volunteered for this.
Nevertheless, we should leave. It's not our business.
Oh shit. I agree. But I can also understand why Merrick wants to stay.
We can get free passage through the wastes if we do this as well and aid. We won't get troubled by any of the other tribes from now on. It may even help us get through faster.
Well, if we're doing what I think yous are planning to do, I very much doubt it. Am I not right?
In what sense?
Well, this Nightwalker, was it?
The Duskwalker.
Duskwalker seems to be important to them. You're planning
Oh,
to
the dynasty oversees this area. They have very little control of it. It seems to be.
Nevertheless, they seem to rely on this person. And to kill someone like that without
time and this person to take control over. That be the, or is he just acting?
From what I gathered from the meeting, they seem to place at least some faith in him to enforce order in the area. I doubt they would take kindly to us removing said person.
Can I make a perception check? Is there anyone listening in on our conversations?
Probably a good idea.
You make a perception check. Yeah?
That's an 11.
11. Seeing a lot of people getting riled up by bloodshed, talk of fighting and whatnot. As individuals start to filter out from the structure.
I don't want you convincing yourself that this is gonna all work out if we do this.
No, I completely agree. But it is an opportunity. If it's still not if it turns out that we can't do it, we move on.
The war is over. There's bloodshed will never end if we keep pursuing these vendettas.
It'll be good to know what they look like and who they really are. Very little is known about the Dusk Watcher.
Well, he has a giant fucking worm.
Worm, you say?
Yeah.
Purple worms. Calcus.
Purple worms, fascinating. Purple.
Commonly ridden by the Kryn dynasty into battle, or utilized. They burrowed beneath the Ashkeeper Peaks up into Felderwin as well as Drivenlode, killing hundreds, if not thousands.
Terrible.
The Drivenlode one was particularly questionable as they was targeted as a field hospital for the injured.
Monstrous.
Yep.
Kelkus loves his bookie book.
I agree with what you're saying, Walter, completely. Is that it is a risk, but it's an opportunity to do this without either side really knowing. He died trying to kill this necromancer and rid this Jevon Cobbin.
Do you think the dynasty would overlook 5 Empire citizens' least close involvement with this?
There's only
They
3
won't know
Empire
we're here.
citizens.
The clans won't say anything.
How you could be so sure of that? Especially when there's
Also.
clearly members of the dynasty.
Because we've helped
Present.
them kill their threat.
What if the representative that was here today saw us here? Do you not think they'll report back? 5 unusual individuals were there and offered their assistance. Humans at that.
There's a human tribe here.
But we're clearly not affiliated with said tribe. It seems rather impulsive what you want to do here.
If it helps, I don't think I can pass for human.
I think you'd have the least trouble amongst all of us.
Well, for the time being. We're gonna kill this necromancer
Yeah.
and his Minotaur allies.
May I
That's
ask
it.
why?
Because he's a goddamn necromancer.
It's the right thing to do. See, there is good in numeric.
You say this now. I didn't know it was April 1st. Jesus Christ. And we'll see what happens. I'm not willing to go to war against everyone here. But if I can have a chance at revenge, I will take it.
And we don't have to do anything.
It makes
We can
a
keep
chance,
moving.
a chance of revenge sounds like more than just not doing anything. That means waiting for
Walter,
an opportunity to do something. I just don't want to see us embroiled in some, potentially disastrous event. Pursuing revenge could lead in our deaths. I hope you realize that.
Walter, I promise you, I will not jeopardize what we came here to do for the sake of personal revenge.
I wish I could trust you.
Do whatever test you need to find out, but that is, I made you the promise. And I will keep it.
Forgive me, but I don't trust you to let go of something you so deeply hold so easily. You seem set on killing this man. Do you not?
If I'm intent on fighting whoever killed me. I'm intent on giving it another go. One where I'm not outnumbered. When I'm not ambushed. When I'm not trying to protect anyone else but me.
Why though? It's some
Fine.
bravado. Some sort of sense that someone else got the better of you, so you must have the better of them.
I must prove he's equal. Yes. And then I am not.
And you drag the rest of us with you in this folly.
No.
So you do this by yourself.
No,
If
you'd have
needed.
me. You'd have me. Right there next to him.
You two seemed content to chase each other to your deaths. And seemed to intent in dragging us along with you.
I'm just here because I want to be.
Thank you, Kelkus, for interjecting there.
Why are you so against revenge? You fought in the war.
Yes, and I realise that if both sides set out against extraction revenge, the war would continue forevermore. Kids avenging parents, parents avenging kids. The cycle would just continue. We must draw a line under it somewhere, or else we'll be fighting this war forevermore.
point.
And if they kind of can't trust us to draw a line under it, then how can we trust them to draw a line under it? Avenge our own.
I'm all for killing the necromancer and the minotaurs. Get the reputation that we need for a better.
I wouldn't argue against that, but we need assurance from everyone that we would not try and extract a revenge against the dynasty here.
Walter, make a persuasion check. This is for Casey. Mikael, you can decide whether you want to do this.
6.
Nice.
I wasn't going to go any other way.
So I'm gonna make one as well, and we'll see who wins.
No, it was more of like,
I think
How
Casey's
long
on your
would it-
side already, but
yeah, you just I was doing it for Casey just to see how she would
Oh.
react. You're a being, you can decide and act on Walter's words however you wish. It's just to determine how Casey would react to these words. It's just
Adorna.
He's still. In warm. Can't lose you again.
okay. We put ourselves forward for this next. What is it? Javan Cobbing. I'm okay not acting on anything to do with the Dusk Watcher, just gaining more information about them. Nothing more.
Insight check. I don't trust her one bit.
can I make one as well?
Yeah, of course.
20.
20.
Exactly the same.
Seems torn. Still hasn't fully
Not the idea of
given up the idea of doing something about this.
I can't promise I won't kill the person, but I can promise I will not start anything. If that makes you at ease, Walter.
Same
You are
here.
right. We are not at war. And technically I am exiled and banished from the Empire twice over. I will defend myself if needed, with lethal force. But I will not start anything.
That is okay. On my end. Walter?
as long as you promise not to do anything to antagonize him or
That is included in I will not start anything.
Let's be honest, he doesn't have the social skills to annoy a fucking frog. So,
Fuck off.
I'm sure. I'm sure if he tries hard enough, he can apply his mind to
mm-mm.
winding this man up. He's well within his powers.
Mm-mm.
If they just met Callahan, they would understand. I can wind someone up.
You can wind me up. You can annoy people.
But that's for fun, not for the good of the world. I'm gonna head down towards the circle of beating dead Minotaur leaders.
Walter said something.
Sorry.
This is a promise.
Yes. I'm gonna.
If you break it,
You break my bones. I got it.
no, you will never see me again.
Done.
Jesus.
As you kind of, as the majority of the crowd is now exited the canopy, and those that volunteered have headed on forward and have stood before the leaders of the many hosts of Yggdrasil. You approach as a group and stand alongside. And Gurag the Stitch kind of leans over and looks down from the heights of his stage. So you'll be our champions, eh? It's good to see you all. A few familiar faces. You new ones. Well, we don't need to know who you are. So, this Jevon. The reason that we call upon the Dusk Watcher is that he kind of created him. Well, not created him. They were old school pals. Learnt alongside each other. Went through the ranks. Staying friends. Made a very good team, I hear. And when the position arose, the promotion of Dusk Watcher, Jevon lost. And he lost it. Became bitter. Angry. And exiled by the dynasty. He's been snooping around here. Well, tried to be one of us, didn't he, guys? Tried to be one of us. Join one of our tribes. And then we kicked him out as well, because he tried to fuck with us. Turn us into dead things. Every so often, kind of, like his Gurag's ear kind of slips and peels off slightly, and you see this old elderly individual come over and pull out a needle and thread, and while he's talking is just sort of seaming and working this and stitching his ear back on.
Yeah.
So, well, he's been communicated or talked to as we speak, so the Dusk Watcher, so they might appear appear later today. It's so important to him. I'm sure he wants to rid this issue on his stain in his book. Any other questions?
How many Minotaurs?
100 or so. Don't know about how many have been turned, how many Goblin has under his control. All we know is that they're, well, he's wanting to run through here and amass his own army. And we're easy pickings as we're such on the peripheries of the dynasty.
Do the Minotaurs have a surviving leader that you know of? The live
Yeah.
ones.
I think they all have pledged towards Goblin.
And where are they?
Southwest. No, southeast, sorry. Can't do maps.
But it's not easy with your ears falling off, I guess.
What?
Nothing.
Elkis,
Yes.
So
you have a question?
Yes, I did. Thank you for noticing, Adorno. I was wondering. I'm like, I've got my book in front of me. I'm like reading from my notes. I'm like, I'm wondering what this necromancer man does. He look like? Am I aware he's possibly human?
Drow.
Drow. Oh, okay. I've got that all wrong. Drow. Excellent, excellent. And what do we know about him? Does he have any special abilities?
He brings people back from death. Zombies, skeletons.
Interesting.
Like a necromancer, all right.
Yeah.
And my third question: what kind of creature are you?
I am a hobgoblin.
Fascinating, fascinating. And are you undead?
He kind of looks over at his elven counterpart. And the elven counterpart goes, just sort of shakes his head. Turns around and goes, no.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Thank you for your time, good sir.
As one of the other leaders, a dragonborn, like this sort of silver dragonborn, steps forward and goes, "Where do you hail from?"
I of course come from the, what was the name of the city that got blown up again?
Draconia.
Draconia. I of course come from the fair city of Draconia.
Ah, lovely to see others that have risen out of there.
Likewise, always my pleasure to see a fellow.
I wouldn't know that. Never mind. Carry on.
Well, you will be When the Dusk Watcher arrives, you will be called. And this will be dealt with. Other questions that get thrown around is like money, and like what would they like rewards, and if they'd get more land or more sheep or slaves and various things. And they're kind of they agreed to and be like, no, you can't get that much, all this kind of stuff. But most deals are settled and agreed upon. Is there anything that you request? Oh, well, Casey kind of goes, it's like, and requests for passage through the rest of the moorland without issue, and aid if needed. I'd like everyone to make persuasion checks.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
A group persuasion check.
Sorry, lads.
That's gonna go great. Ooh!
Nice.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Well, you see, I rolled a 2 and it landed on 1.
I got 16 and
Was that a
I
natural
got
one from
19. No, it's
No,
not
no,
natural.
It wasn't a natural. Okay.
I rolled a 2.
2 and the
Minus
19.
one.
Oh,
Okay. So what is the average of that?
probably around about a 10. I think, because it's
Yeah, that's 10.
it's I
It's
think
10.
it's like,
9 or 10, I think.
of all 4, because the average of all 4 is going to be 16.
Is
Four,
Casey
yeah,
going
10.
to roll?
Oh
exactly.
yeah, if Casey gets a
Oh,
roll. Yeah,
please.
Casey gets a roll.
That's going to be the.
No, it could end up disastrously.
Uh
It ended up disastrously.
Yeah.
What did you roll?
Last- I rolled a 7 on the die. Where's that sheet? Persuasion plus 0, 7.
It ended
oh.
disaster.
Great. Now we're below 10.
9.4.
Because it was like 47 divided by 5. That's...
Yeah.
Well, at least we're a good-looking group, if not talkative.
Tim,
Hello.
the Dragonborn in here and Kelkis,
Mhm.
do they have tails?
Mine's I do.
Kelkis has a tail.
Yep.
This Dragonborn does not.
Okay.
He's a Ravenite.
Um,
I'm guessing he would have felt a slight bit of disdain towards the Draconite then.
yes, a little bit.
Yeah. Kelkis is never really like he's not super like into the whole, he doesn't look down on the Ravenites, but he's also not like, oh, we're all equals. He just kind of, the way he was raised was, oh yeah, the Ravenites are below us, but he's not that observant. He's like whatever. They all look kind of similar, just whether or not their tails and kind of thing.
Lizard racism.
Yeah.
They kind of mutter amongst each other. Go. We'll see on your results. As they kind of dismiss you, and each of these volunteers kind of dissipate off. What do you guys go and do? Do you head back to your little camp? Okay.
I'm filling it. Kelkus is filling in his notes.
Yeah. You head back and settle down in your camp and make some morning food. And you're open to discuss whatever you want.
Could I have grabbed a piece of I don't know if the Minotaur had a gear or something.
A gear?
Oh.
What do you mean a gear?
Like
some gear.
some gear on himself. I don't know, a belt.
Oh, right.
Or what?
It was
don't
up.
think
He
he
was
would
left. It was left up on the stage.
Because you could ask.
Yeah. What
somebody
like?
to-
Yeah. What kind of item would you have requested?
I'll take a piece of clothing.
There's like a rag that was part of their shirt.
And a little bit
Yeah.
of fur.
Okay. Okay. So you settle down and you're spinning and twiddling with the fur in your hand. And Casey kind of goes, "What was that for?"
I have something on my mind. Well, that I can use, maybe.
Fair enough. Just to clarify, what the Dusk Watcher has done, what we did as well. Both terrible things. But they attacked our lands. And you cared for the thousands. And I just thought that letting them go in peace, doing this would be the right thing.
Don't get me wrong, I understand how you feel, but I don't care to see others hurt.
Well, let's just wait until we find out who they are. And you believe that you've met them, Merritt?
Possibly.
Well, that alone is a risk, so.
You've seen my scars.
Ah,
Which one
okay.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm putting it together now. Well, let's hope that he has killed so many people that he's forgot your face.
Yep.
I am going to take 10. And commune with.
While she does, I'm gonna put on my armor.
Okay.
Is there a Minotaur contingent within the hosts, or if they like? Is there any Minotaurs around apart from?
What, within the clans?
Yeah.
No, you didn't see any minotaurs in in this crowd or anything. Aye. And right there, we'll take a break.
I'm gonna get some ice cream.
Ooh.
We'll be back.
summoned once more. Adorna settles down to cast, what was it? Commune with nature. Cool.
It's going to take longer than I usually cast.
Okay.
So I got annoyed.
Oh. Is there anything that you guys would like to talk about, or we can just, while Adorna's doing this, or we can just find out what happens with Adorna's spell?
I'm gonna walk up to Casey.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the story between you and the Dusk Watcher?
Nothing really. It was just a name on a list. Keep
Who
an eye
else
out
is
for
on the list?
movements of the Bright Queen. Any den members? Not your dens.
Hmm.
They have their own dens. Yeah.
Well, I made a promise to Walter and I'm gonna keep it, so.
That's fine. I will also keep it.
Good. That's it. I'm just gonna stare for like an awkward second or four, and then I'm gonna just head to the other side of the campfire, I guess. Continue putting on armor and weapons.
Your
and
brand
stuff.
would be removed.
My word is more important than the brand.
And she doesn't respond. And lets you continue walking. Funny mix of leaders, though, isn't it? Interesting bunch. You, well, I think that's probably the second time I've come through here and there's been one of those meetings. So, deem yourself fortunate.
Very exciting meeting.
Yeah. To say that they're all vicious, horrible beings and creatures is a level of civilization out here. I know the Empire doesn't think so, but there is.
So, I've not travelled so far in a long time. It is exciting to see new places, new people, new ways of dealing with such issues. It seems they have things together here.
I suppose they do.
Quite.
Different approach, but it works.
More than one way to skin a cat.
Adorna, what are you trying to glean from your spell?
What you want? Undead? Oh, and building.
Okay, 3 mile radius. You pick up the villages within the 3-mile radius. Probably about 3 or 4 of them. Well, in terms of buildings and all the various structures. Plenty of humans or just humanoids in general? I can't remember how
It
specific.
says prevalent people.
Okay, yeah, there's a decent populace here. In total across all of them, there's about 7,000 in population across the villages.
And undead.
Undead? Don't get a sense of undead here in the 3 miles.
They didn't say how far, right?
No. Yes. So as time passes and you kind of idle about doing your own kind of thing, whatever that may be, you see the lumbering figure of a hill giant approaching you guys as Talag kind of shouts, "You come."
Ah, yes, speaking to me. I gather up my stuff. And go
Just
with.
him or
He's pointing towards the group.
Where do you say this
You're back at your camp.
was? Is this still like night?
can you turn it?
It's the same day, yeah. It's the
So,
same
sorry,
day.
I'm just asking if it was same night or same day or whatever as me.
They completed their long rest, right?
Yeah.
I know I did, but
Yeah, everyone would have completed their long rest. So, you grab your things once more and head on in to the canopy, the central structure, as once more you are brought before the leaders as they kind of bring you in as that same hatch into the horn is opened and they step in. Other people that volunteered themselves kind of follow on inwards. You guys follow?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. As you kind of step into this very dark, dim interior, you see, like, within the center or the inside of this instrument, you see, like, various weapons and, like, bones hung that kind of, like, are either fixed or, like, pinned on or just hanging on the interior. Like just an array of bones, teeth, like axes, swords, just are hanging or affixed to the sides, and clustered. And there's like seats. You kind of see in the center, kind of loops for chains to be like hooked onto. and you can kind of see this like still drying spatters of blood from the Minotaur earlier today, as the leaders of the clans kind of sit down. And kind of go, is everyone... Gurai kind of explains, you may leave whenever you wish, and not have to explain why. You remain, you agree to the deal set. And everyone kind of nods, other than you guys. Calcus is eagerly nodding.
I'm just listening intently.
As there is a sort of knock on the exterior of where you entered, and Talag, enter, and it kind of enter, as this, all of the insides kind of just begin to echo and vibrate, and you can feel the ground beneath you beginning to shake. As the squeak of the door, as Gurag kind of turns, we have been graced with the Duskwatcher's presence. You kind of turn and can kind of just see the light beyond as a figure steps through. You can see the points of shoulder plate armor, the very characteristic signs of dynasty wares and outfits or symbolisms. And this and a slight click of a staff sort of tapping on the ground as they enter, as sort of smoke and fog begins to pull in. And your eyes adjust, and pulling back the hood, you see pointed ears, thin black pencil mustache, green skin, and a forehead with a tattooed eye upon it. And staff next to them is multiple eyes just looking out, squirming, twitching, bloodshot. And they step forward and take a seat alongside the leaders. They all kind of stand and sort of bow slightly or give a nod in acknowledgement. Walter and Kelkis, you are not familiar with this individual. Merrick, you feel the grip latch onto your thigh of Casey as you and Adorna look up at a familiar friend, Mosk. And before him is these dark green robes, flecks of purple trim, and hanging from his neck is a dodecahedron and the symbol of the Luxon, or the Kreen dynasty, hanging around his neck. And he kind of looks across the room at everyone, and looks at you two, and kind of doesn't react, and just keeps passing by the gaze and sits down. Why have I been summoned? I hear of an old acquaintance, I guess, causing you problems. Is this something that you can't deal with yourself? And kind of Rockaz Fizzledeath kind of goes, no, this is very much your problem, Duskwatcher. He's your friend. He was, well, your friend. And he goes, he was not my friend, just to be clear. So he's now your foe, I guess. And he's taking and turning our people. This is your mess. We are kindly offering. Not offering. We have people willing and have volunteered to help you deal with your old equal, friend, school buddy. Like he's got loads of minotaurs. He's definitely nabbed a fair few from the villages that they've attacked, and they're gathering towards the eyes. And at this point, Moss kind of goes, the eyes, right? Well. That is definitely an interesting one. Any of you guys been to the eyes? No? Wow. You're more than welcome to come with me and deal with it if you wish. I assume he hasn't got the balls to venture onto them, so I assume he'll be getting a little boat across each time and is camped up on the shore. You guys still wanting to come?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even if I bring everyone?
As long as we all fit in the boat.
The more the merrier.
Why would that be a problem?
Well, because no one tends to hang around with me. Because I have odd company.
Probably going to get even odder.
I've only been here for like a day, and I'm here with a werewolf, that waterman, and tea elf. It's already weird.
He's not wrong.
Right.
Oh,
Well, I'll show you who you're dealing with before we head off. And I know you guys have your stupid agreement that you can leave whenever. And it's confined to this room, but if it's okay with you, any kind of looks towards the leaders, if I can, this can be extended to the exterior of this trumpet. And there's like a few murmurs. And there's like, like disgruntled, like no, I don't think we should. It's like, oh, we really need his help. Like, it's like, very, very well, Duskwatcher. Yes, okay. As he kind of steps up, everyone else steps alongside him. Steps up alongside him, and rises as he exits. This will only, just give me a moment. As he kind of begins to wander around the canopy, this area, and starts scrawling on the ground, like clearing pieces and parts, and like clearing away the soil and the grass or the dirt in various parts, and then around the central stage, and adding a few extra like bits and pieces and components. As your law says, if this is not what you want to do, you may leave. As he bangs and taps his staff on the ground, the eyes all widen up in agony, the blood in the veins begin to like pulse and throb and begin to burst and bleed every so often. It kind of begins to trickle down his hands, as the ground beneath the staff begins to lights and glyphs begin to alight and weave outwards, as beneath this area a large circle is drawn and bridged together, as smoke and smog and fog just begins to pour out. You've seen this on the smaller terms, you two. You see, like, the faces of gaunt beings being pushed through screams and wails as arms, skeletal, like half undead, begin to crawl and clamber out of this huge teleportation circle, as a wave of the Duskwatcher's army pour out from beneath this structure and just continues going. The amount that was in here for the meeting is now less, as his army just standing there. Merrick, you're kind of, and Kelkis, being quite intelligent, you're like counting the numbers, and you're like, this is a lot of undead pouring out of this teleportation circle, and you're immediately kind of readying yourself.
I'm gonna.
Because
grab-
you don't know who or what the Dusk Watcher is or was or anything like that.
I'm gonna see Kelikis like tense up a bit. I'm just gonna take my hand and place it on his wrist and like keep it fixed.
Wait, that's undead.
He's a good guy.
What kind of good guy summons all that many undead?
Cause he's fun.
Fun. Dedicated my whole life to taking these things out.
Yeah, well, so was he.
Ah,
Necromancers.
they're not cool, they're evil.
As you probably see about a swathe of 10,000 just pour out.
I can take them. I can take all of them.
And-
How have grown since we last met?
Of like various armored, some larger, some smaller. You see you see a familiar set of armor appear and stagger up alongside the Dusk Watcher. His personal bodyguard, the suit of armor that you pulled out of the tomb beneath the old owl well. What was it there? Yeah, it was there. Come and join Mosk by his side. You look across at the leaders, and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck have we done?" A little bit. Some are impressed. Some are like, "Fucking," like riled up. The volunteers, you see the goblin just go, "Nope," and like just the goblin volunteer just sort of fucking wander out. A couple of them kind of, the goblin just walks off straight away the moment the first like skeleton appears. It's like, nah, I'm good. Like, we're already fighting necromancer. I don't need to be around this. And then as it just, there's more and more pouring out. Others are just kind of just slipping off and having to now wander through the crowd of like, where it's pretty much you guys and a bugbear left.
Can I check on AC? Like, what is the expression face?
She is taken aback. She was. There is a view of, I was not expecting this person to be what they do, kind of thing. As the glyphs and the circle dims, and then this perpetual fog holds around this undead army. The Dusk Watcher turns to the leaders. I shall deal with your matter. You guys are staying, are you?
I'm silent, speechless, currently trying to weigh up how I could take out all these undead.
Yes, we are.
Never been one to back down from a fight.
Very well. You have your champions, tribesmen. You can go. And they kind of look around and are a bit confused. And he looks across them and goes, "You can go." As all of the heads of the army begin to turn and crack and look up at the members, their eyes gold-like, glowing slightly. All their jaws sort of crack and begin to wail and screech at these leaders. And they're like, very well, very well. And they kind of amble down and they re-enter the instrument. And Moss kind of like gestures towards you, and you follow him as he steps down into the group of, well, his thralls. And kind of he slows down and walks alongside you, Adorna. Which ones do you know?
Dragonborn. That human. And the girl. I know the dragon. Few hours.
And as you say that and explain, you hear as you kind of turn to see the bugbear being reached towards as multiple of the army just swarm him and just bring him to the ground and dispatch of the bugbear.
Righto.
No.
We gotta get him. We gotta get him. Gotta help that bear.
Yeah.
Did you do something about it? Oh, okay.
No.
I don't think I'd survive the encounter, to be honest with you, but I certainly believe I could.
Since when?
What on earth are you doing out here?
What on earth are you doing out here?
And Casey kind of saying, "Okay, sorry."
Why did you kill him?
Because he wasn't vouched for.
Surely the tribe vouched for him. Who vouched for us?
Kind of looks towards Adorna.
We need the people that we.
I think we need to talk
What?
in private. I think we need to talk in private. Don't think I'm entirely within the loop here.
Well, Mosk is a very old friend of ours.
Merrick?
An acquaintance.
So not the first person you thought it would be.
Nope.
Since when?
So our promise stands.
My promise would have stand regardless of who the person was.
Just making sure.
But as Adorno's asked you, Mosk,
Yeah.
since when?
Since the moment I lied to you the first time we met. You asked of the Black Spider. I told you what you wanted to know of him. Yeah. He is an alright apprentice. Um, at this point, Merrick, you feel a very sharp blade pointed, like, or being heavily pressed into the back of your neck.
I swear to God, Casey.
You know this man.
Yes, I know this man.
You were at Druvenload. Did you see this man in Druvenload?
No.
Was he there?
I don't know.
Make a deception check.
Was he? Shit, I don't actually remember.
He was.
See, I fucking think.
3.
3. Fuck. What's your AC?
18 at the moment.
18. I think she hits.
I think. Let me double check. Yeah.
A hybrid
18.
form.
No, nor do I have weapons drawn.
Yep, she hits.
Good.
Fucking hell, I can't see shit. Okay, as you 4 points of damage as she sinks the knife or the dagger into the back of your neck. You, to be fair, you were taken by surprise. So, but that doesn't matter. Did you? I know. I should probably change this. Sorry. I was.
Okay.
And she repeats, "Was he there?"
I don't remember.
Okay. Your AC was 18, did you say?
Yeah.
Cool. You feel two other scuffs across your neck. Neither of them catch.
I'm gonna release my armor, turn into hybrid form, and I'm just gonna push her up against something in a grapple.
Okay. Athletics check against her acrobat. She's not going to succeed on that.
At this point, we would notice.
7.
She might. You're saying she might.
That is a 12.
I rolled a 15.
Did I see this happening?
Yeah.
You would see Merrick
Yes, at this
Hunk
point,
out.
yeah. At this point, you see this change in form.
You would see Merrick
Yeah.
Hulk out at this point. So
What does
I
everyone want to
don't
do?
know. Are we like just to get the visual here? Are we like
You're still within the canopy.
canopy? So I'm just gonna like push her, I don't know, to the closest pillar or whatever.
Kelka shouts, "Hey, there! The rules no weapons in here."
I am a fucking weapon, and I'm just gonna push. I'm just gonna push her more into like. If you stab me one more time, I'm gonna start returning the favor.
Make an
You
intimidation check with advantage.
So it's a straight roll?
Straight
it
roll.
is. 3.
Nice. Um. She retaliates and spits at you in your face. And goes, "Fuck you. You know he was there." And she kind of like, and now at this point you're pushing through her through like swathes of like undead. Like trying to like direct her towards a post that you can pin her up against. She doesn't do too bad, but still struggles. Adorna, you just see Mosk just kind of like turn and watch, unfazed. Goes, "You are a rebellious bastard, aren't you? All of you."
And you're a pawn. There, we both said unflattering things. I have no desire to kill you. And I tell you the truth when I say I do not remember.
So how do you know him?
Years ago.
Adorna?
Years ago. I suggest you watch your.
Your body kind of relaxes slightly.
I'm still tense.
Yeah, that's fine. You can hear the groans and moans of the undead around you that are now like kind of leaning in. The smell of violence and blood and the potential of someone dying kind of is on their scent. You had no idea that he was with the dynasty.
Does it matter?
Your brother nearly died to his hand on his plans. Does that not
Yes.
upset you? You were willing to... Well, you bargained with your friend not to act on this.
I made a promise to my friend.
Circumstances of the appear to have changed, though, but not necessarily for the worse.
I do not keep a promise when it's easy. You keep a promise when it's hard.
I'm not. I'm just saying that things are different now than when you made that promise. And understandably, our friend is feeling not up to speed with things, as I believe myself and I'm guessing Kelkus as well.
I'm still tense. I'm still like I'm still unsure as to how to approach this situation. I'm just kind of like standing like.
Did you order to attack the hospital mosque?
Yeah? Orders are orders. We were at war. I oversaw it. It was successful.
Was it?
In the most part.
Possibly also despicable, one could argue. Sick and the injured are rarely targeted anymore. Good reason.
Yeah.
Do you have a light, by the way, Tim?
Yes. Can you turn
Because
that
we can't see you.
Mm.
The next step is yours, Casey. How do you want to proceed?
Do you let go of her, or are you still holding on to her?
I'm starting to let go, but I am so anticipating an attack.
How much for my silence?
Your life.
And she kind of, her eyes kind of soften. And look into yours, Merrick. And she goes, really?
Really.
And you feel the tenseness in her just fall away. You'd stand by them.
I'd stand by my pack.
Do you think going to take of the Empire exiled him on nothing?
No.
I don't think that he appreciates what has done. I still find it cowardly. Still.
What I thought was a good man in a monstrous body. Wanting to do the right thing. And if this is the right thing, Merrick, then you kill me right now. You said my silence was my life. I can't keep silent on this. However much you think you may trust me. You kill me right now.
Walter walks up to them.
Mhm.
not quite intervening yet, but.
Okay.
What did you say?
Sorry, Walter sort of gets closer to them, but not quite intervening yet.
Yelkus is holding fire.
She kind of looks past Merrick at you, Walter, and goes, "No, it's fine. You clearly know nothing of this situation, as do I.
Did Daniel say something?
No,
No.
he was
Okay.
he was about to he was thinking, and then I was wondering if he was going to say, "He's chose his pack." And left
Well,
us out alone.
Mosque,
Mhm.
did you order the destruction of my order?
No.
Inside check, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna insight check that too.
Hmm.
Can I get in on this?
Yeah, of course.
23.
23,
22.
16.
16. S- telling the truth, I have been busy. Oh, bloody hell!
Hey.
Oh God, you alright? Did you swallow something down the wrong way? Yeah. Oh God.
Oh,
Wrong
Daniel's
dude.
dying.
Oh no!
No!
Oh
Oh
well.
God.
See, you two should be jealous. I got to pat Daniel's head today.
I am jealous.
I didn't even really know he was here until I turned up at Ryan's house and I'm like, oh, there's Daniel.
It's like a good luck charm, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh God, and the same thing bloody nearly happened to me then.
Oh, for fuck's
Oh
sake,
God.
guys.
It's
Just because Daniel can-
contagious!
Just because Daniel can pull it off, Tim, doesn't mean you can.
Oh, that sounded horrible. That properly got you. That was like couldn't breathe for like so long. Yeah, it was like wow.
Are you okay? Are you alive? Okay, okay, don't
He's
talk.
working.
Yeah,
he's
I'm
working.
alive. I'm alive.
Okay.
He's working on it.
No.
Casey,
She just looks at you expectantly.
what's your favorite place on this world?
What sort of question is that, Mary?
A genuine one.
The Ash Keepers.
And as soon as she says that, I'm gonna plunge my fist into her heart.
Okay.
Can I try to stop that?
You weren't, well, you were prepared, admittedly. You were readying something. So I will say roll an initiative, but Merrick gets advantage.
Okay.
Holy shit, I rolled well for once. What is this?
Uh-oh.
Okay. Make an attack roll with advantage. Oh, she has more HP than that.
25.
25. Okay. Roll for damage.
16. Jesus.
16. And make an athletics check. Which I think has advantage because you're in hybrid form.
Yeah, 19 only.
19.
Lee.
Okay.
It's a plus 10.
So, the DC for fatal blow at someone in terms of the strength, that was not high enough. So, you plunge your hand in and crack ribs, but she is not dead. So your claws and hand just sinks deep into her chest cavity, and you begin to grip, and you see her immediately just spit up blood. And like her whole body just tenses as a tear begins to fall from her eyes, or tears begin to fall from her eyes. And she her head tilts further. And she was like, as always, I get people wrong. Make another attack roll with advantage.
$21.
Okay, that hits. Roll for damage and then an athletics check just to see.
16 again.
Fuck it now.
And 21 athletics.
21. Still not enough with this amount of HP that she has. It's quite a high DC. The DC is lowering because you're obviously doing more damage to her. As you sink your hand in further, she doesn't she yells in pain ever so slightly. She grimaces her teeth.
Can Walter punch Medic?
Yeah, if you want. You could have punched him before this if you
Well,
wanted
yeah,
to.
well, it kind of.
Because
I'm
you obviously tried
assuming
to.
it says 2 attacks during this turn or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true. Aye.
So.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Coming with stunning strike.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, stunning strikes. Multiple.
Kelkis is just looking on.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like at one hand, I'm just like I could
that
intervene here, but on the other hand, it seems like Walter has this, you know. It's...
25 to hit.
25 to hit. That hits.
that hits.
Adorna, I assume you're doing nothing. You're just watching this.
I am just.
Make a con save.
Con save.
That's gonna be rough.
Yeah. 15.
Just pass it.
Is
Oh.
50.
Oh yeah, you succeed. Yeah,
Yes.
so you're fine. So second attack and a stunning strike. I assume?
Damage. Daniel.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
damage.
The move. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't hit him too hard. He's going to attack us.
7.
No, he's fine. 7 points of damage.
I think that's magical though. So.
Yeah, it is. So I don't have
All 7.
resistance.
Second attack. So if you hit,
50.
Miss.
15.
Well, you would hit. It just doesn't connect.
Yeah.
Okay. Glassing blow.
Yeah.
bonus action flurry of blows? No.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course, yeah, yeah.
No, yeah. I got the
Monks.
full action. He takes his, right?
Sure, let's go. 18.
Miss.
Second. Oh, second flurry of blows.
26.
Yeah, that hits.
Con save, I assume.
Can
Yeah.
I make 2 stunning strikes in one?
Yes,
I think you can make 2.
Yeah, yeah, you can spend as much as you want. It's a key
Con
point
save.
each.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, fuck nugget. That's
Uh-oh.
a 10.
10. So, yeah. At that point, you feel like in your
How much
side.
damage, by the way?
Oh, yeah. And on that third point punch, you freeze up. You're now like holding Casey ever so slightly in the air. You can see that her tips of her toes are just dragging on the feet, and she's dangling on his hand, just there. And you hear from her, Walter. Walter. This is what I want.
Right.
Mhm.
Sort of lower to the ground. And...
Well, no. Oh, yeah, because you have a whole turn, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
because
that's
your
okay,
turn.
so that's my turn.
Basically, I'm just.
Medic sort of.
You're just frozen like this with
Yeah.
your hand, like holding her up in her
Can I
chest.
get into that initiative as well?
Yeah, if you want.
I'm gonna roll. Natural 1. Let's go,
Yes, you're-
baby.
You're dead last.
So, that was your turn. Merrick is stunned until.
Next turn. End
So
of
technically,
Daniel's
after
next
my
turn.
turn, then it's end of my turn.
End of
My turn.
Daniel's next turn. So
Yeah, so his next turn was to use his action to take her off your
Okay.
claws and bring her to the ground. So, yeah, it's Merrick. Oh god, it's now Adorna technically then.
you want to get in on this kill kiss?
I'm still struggling to to know how I've not really known this person long enough to really care, but I also feel like it's the right thing to do to help her. So yeah, I'm gonna throw in my hat in the ring here. 21.
Okay. Fucking hell, I think I need to pull up a.
Yeah, it's Kelkis, me, Walter, and Adorna. Because I'm guessing Mosk is just standing there.
Yeah,
being-
Mosk. Yeah, Mosk doesn't give a fuck. Come back. There we go. How do I get you guys in?
Oh, shouldn't you?
I wish I knew as well. Well, hey.
We know what.
Yeah, it's fine. So Adorna, you're up. Kelkus, you'll come in after Adorna.
As I walk towards Kate, draw my dagger from the boot. And injure it. I wish we. What it means. Trust someone. And I will try to slit her throat.
So Walter is over her, and you kind of just rush
I
up.
suppose he's.
Yeah, you can't-
Your
you-
water kind of assumes that Adorna's.
Not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Make an
I'm
attack with
walking
advantage.
slowly, by the way, with
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. It's
completely
dramatic.
neutral face.
Yeah, yeah.
Go attack.
Yeah, yeah. With advantage. She's prone on the ground.
No. That's a 20, but not a natural.
Okay, hits.
4 damage.
4 points of damage.
Oh.
You begin a bleed that is just gushing blood.
Yeah.
Kelkis. Oh, do you get another attack? No, you don't get another attack.
No.
Adorna, do you?
No, she
You have
doesn't.
nothing? No. Kelkis, what do you do?
I say, whoa. I say that you can't just kill this woman. She should be judged fairly. Probably. And I go over and I'm gonna I kind of have a look at the wounds and I'm this doesn't look good.
No, it looks pretty bad.
I'm going to touch her and try and cure her wounds. So I've cast Cure Wounds. 11.
11 points of healing.
It's better than you, like.
Mm-mm.
And I say Adorno, oh, I say whatever this woman has done, we should at least give her a chance to see justice. We're not just a really mob. Are we a really mob? We're not a really mob. I'll take it from everyone's blank stares that we are, in fact, an unruly mob.
Merrick, what do you do?
Come now, Merrick. I've seen better than you than this. Let this woman be thrown in prison. Let her be cast from our sights and be gone. Let her see justice.
Whose justice? And whose
don't know.
prison?
I'm assuming someone with a gavel, at least.
The one she serves? Or the one that hates her?
The one who hates her would probably be quite good, yes. But
She has been judged.
hmm.
And this is the end.
Elkis doesn't really have much more to say on this. He's gone for the standard appeal to justice, but he's clearly aware that it's failed. But he's like, come on, we must be better. There's good in you, Merrick. You're a good person, Adorna, no?
I am a good person.
Well, we can kind of just
How
let it-
hurt is she, by the way, Tim?
She's looking a bit better now from the heal.
You dick.
Yeah, I kind of say that.
She's not half
Not
health.
really. No, don't really go by the HP rather than
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
go by like
I-
that.
Yeah, I'm not going by. Yeah, I'm going by role. Yeah, she's looking better,
Yeah.
but she's still.
Probably bleeding stopped a bit, but he's
Yeah.
probably looking rough.
I say, Walter, what do you think?
Stop this. I'll let Merrick take whatever action he's got for his turn.
There's nothing else from me.
Mhm.
I'm gonna kneel down. And I'm gonna take another stab at her, I guess, but like I just want to put her out of her misery at this point. This is not like when I'm fighting something that I'm enjoying it. This is just something I have to do.
Okay.
So like,
Trying to peel.
sorry.
I'm taking you're trying to peel with like one hand, just water away. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
Yeah.
it's I just want to like clarify. Like this is not when I'm fighting. Like this is fun. This is something I enjoy. This is like
Yeah.
taking out the trash, basically. Like I have to do this. What
Holy shit.
works?
Okay. Roll for attack with advantage.
Yeah.
Like Casey is holding you, Walter, and kind of also like pushing you off him,
Could I?
like herself as well, and she's just looking at you. It's like just this look of accepting that this is
This-
what it is,
This might
and
be sorry.
and is just looking up at you. Goes, "You're good people. You're good people. I'm not the good person here." Shh. As you are now, like with the combination of her pushing you away and Merrick, like peeling you off. Roll for attack. What did you roll? Sorry, I kind of
27.
27.
Oh,
for
nice.
damage?
9 damage.
Okay. And then athletics for me, please, with advantage.
25.
As you get flung to the floor, Walter, you see the flash and the crack, and hear the crack. As Merrick, you look into the eyes of Casey as you plunge your hand into her chest and feel the cold sensation of soil at your fingertips. I knew you loved her more than me.
I don't know if it's possible, maybe stretching it.
Mm-hmm.
But with that last strike, could I try and use Hemocraft to dampen the pain for her?
Make an intelligence roll. That's your spell mod, I assume?
Yeah, it
for
is. Ooh, 19.
19. Not too many ways of dampening the pain
I know.
of
I know.
plunging your hand through the chest of someone.
I haven't tried in real life, so I wouldn't know. But
Yeah.
feeling the pain.
Yeah. Did you hear those last words from her? Sorry.
yes,
Okay.
I
Cool.
know. I know you loved her more than me.
And life fades slowly from her eyes.
I'm gonna remove my hand and use my non-blooded one to close her eyes. And then I'm just gonna wait for whatever Walter's gonna do to me next.
I think Water sort of on his arse after you chucking him off, kind of scrambles up to, check you're still alive, sort of thing. Just,
You're well versed in.
checks her pulse or
Yeah.
whatever, and just
I'll put my hand on Walter's shoulder. He's
kind
gone.
of sits back
Touch you.
dejectedly. What she wanted it, she was near suicidal. So it means she deserved it.
Elkis casts a disapproving shake of the head.
I'm gonna turn to Mosk. You will let her body be, and I will bring it back to the Ash Keepers.
Deal.
I'm just gonna nod towards him.
Mosk will approach you, Walter, and put a hand out to you to help you up.
What do you say, Daniel?
What?
He grabs Moss's hand and sort of shakes the dirt off himself after he gets up.
Now the same thing happened to your girlfriend. Probably.
I'll be outside.
Hmm?
I'll be outside.
I'll be outside. Oh, is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah.
I follow Walter outside just because I want to get out of this room.
You push your way through the swathes of zombies and undead that kind of vaguely part and some kind of knock into you accidentally.
I'm disgusted the entire time.
Ew, ew, ew.
Pardon me, sorry, pardon me.
It's like gonna
Don't
walk
touch
past
me.
two undead and just take your cloak over one and he just moves. Take it over the next and just moves.
Wow. You just lied for me. Against your own land. Not you, I don't know.
I guess I did.
Not like they treated you well.
You kept Ronnie safe.
I did.
That weighs more than what they ever did to me.
And he kind of looks down at the body. She didn't know that, did she?
No. She still deserves a rest. Undisturbed.
Oh yeah, I know that.
I'm gonna
And-
walk and just get a piece of canvas or like a tarp or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna start wrapping her body. I'm gonna lay her on it and think for a second. Just look. You can go on, Aki, if you want.
What you did. Problem. Ability. That's not her.
Can't you see Haven Draft, you say? Well, you said Casey, sorry. I didn't. The Warden of the Keepers. Pretty sure she did a similar kind of thing to us.
Attacking the wounded.
Everything, anything. Not her. Just information. Just like me. You have to say sorry that I did use you in Druvenload. And the time before we met to talk about the Crow. That was during the Felderwin attack. Just alibis. If you really want to come along and deal with this, Jevon, you may, but you should probably carry on.
After all.
Have you noticed the flares? Well, might need you to help me with that. Remember the research that we talked about, that I was looking at years and years ago? I've been getting back to it. And noticed similarities. Ill omens. Devils falling from the sky. I think it's linked with Viridis somehow. Or some kind of eclipse. You hop along now.
There is word. I think we need to have a talk with our friends.
Well, we'll be moving soon. So, you can either catch up or do whatever you're doing out here. I have no idea why you're here.
I'm gonna look at Merrick.
Revenge.
Very well. And we'll end tonight's session there.
What the fuck have I done?
Oh well. Let's just
Sorry for
end the
being a
stream
cool
first.
character team.
Say again?
Sorry for killing a cool character.
Right, it's completely fine. You
Ju-
put
ju-
a,
ju- just behind the scenes here, Tim has just put in the name dead. Brackets.
Yeah, I did that with my brother's character as well.
no, that was no intention in that happening. Nothing. It was you offered something. She offered a way out, or she asked for a way out. You offered her life. She's gonna die. She's gonna choose death right now.
Yeah, no, it could have only ended one way with that shit.
I did my confused best to help, but Kelpis wasn't 100% sure what was going on. He was like, hey,
Aye.
killing
all
bad.
dead,
Yeah.
I wasn't 100% sure what was going.
Yeah. To be fair, that was a very a story that was very linked to a lot of previous games
Yeah.
and story that is built up over the years of playing.
And I'm not joking when I say I don't remember Mosk being at Ruvenlow.
Yeah. He
I don't
came
remember it either. To be
he came and
honest.
picked up
Ronnie.
Ronnie.
That
Oh,
where
you mean
did
like
it.
I thought you meant the battle, not picking up Ronnie.
No.
That's where, yeah, okay. Never mind. Then I understand. Yep.
Yeah, he took Ronnie away.
Yeah, no.
And he was in Druvenload.
Yeah.
Yeah. And none of you batted an eyelid of why Mosk was there during
because-
an attack or anything.
No, because Mosk just pops the fuck up wherever he wants. He's powerful.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, let's just end the stream first and then we can continue talking. Thank you.
Yeah, I was tired before.
Yes.
Now I'm not.